No, not that joke.
Oh. What do you want to do me, Dada?
What's the first thing say on Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
No, you have to ask the question first. That's the punchline.
Oh yeah.
You can't leave with the punchline.
Why?
Because that ruins the joke. Start from the very beginning. Ready? Go.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
No. That's the punchline.
Yeah.
You say, no, not to me, to the camera.
Oh yeah. What does fish?
No, don't whisper it. Say it out loud.
What does fish say on the Christmas?
What does a fish say for Christmas?
It says Merry Christmas.
Merry Fishmas, that's hilarious. Yeah, you're cute, huh? Hey guys, good morning and happy first day of Advent. It has been a while, probably since last Christmas, that we made a video. And here's the deal, you guys. Every single year we do Vlogmas. Sabre and I have done Vlogmas since our very first year of marriage. So we've been married 4 years now. This will be our 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. This will be our 5th Vlogmas. And every year we do Vlogmas and we get pumped up about vlogging and we're like, yeah, we're gonna do this all the time now. We're gonna release this schedule and make videos all year long. I'm just gonna tell you right now, here at the beginning of Advent, that is not the case. We're gonna do Vlogmas, probably the 12 days of Vlogmas, and then you probably won't see us again until next year. So if you guys have been subscribers of our channel for a while, hi there, good to see you guys again. If you don't know who we are, my name's Tyler, this is Cohen. Sabre will be here momentarily. Our daughter Edlin is with grandparents this morning, and she'll be here when she's here. So, and I don't know if you can hear that. Our dog is up there barking like crazy at a squirrel. Oh man.
Whoa. Uh-oh. I broke the stand. JK, fixed it. You
Hello.
did, babe?
I'm trying to cut this using whatever these are and whatever these are, but it's not working.
Oh, don't do that, because that will break the tip piece of that.
Well, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
All right. So, anywho, we'll do a quick life update just to catch y'all up on the last year, because it's been a year, hasn't it?
Probably since February or March.
February or March? Okay. Well,
We did their room vlog for a while.
oh true, and we never finished it, but we also moved, so that never got completely finished. Their room was basically done, but then crap hit the fan in our old house, which we'll catch up on in a minute. So maybe we'll do a Wreath story time. Whew.
Let's get some of these like Cheerios and goldfish out of the way.
That's realistic.
So I don't think I've said yet, it is November 29th. Is that today's date? November 29th, 2020. We are coming to the end of a very weird year for a lot of people. It's been a struggle of a year and an exciting year. A year for growth, a year for death in some ways.
Shut up.
Metaphorically speaking. If you think of
And physically speaking, there's been a lot of death this year.
we've been trimming off the dead limbs to let our tree flourish.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're making a wreath.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Cohen. Hey.
The last thing you guys saw was February. That was like right before the pandemic became a thing that America like sort of took seriously. Oklahoma never took it seriously, but what's new? What do we expect? So let's see, in March, the school shut down, so I wasn't able to teach for, well, basically the rest of the year. I supported my families emotionally as best I could. I started drawing. That was fun. We like delved into a lot of Animal Crossing. We got creative with how we spent our quarantine time. Tyler still worked. His company never like shut down. He was considered an essential worker, although I think I could argue that a little bit because I don't think he was. But that was Oklahoma. Everyone was considered essential basically unless you worked in a restaurant or a bar. And then in May, we had a miscarriage, which was like super unexpected. I wasn't expecting to be pregnant. I hadn't gotten my period back, but just had some pregnancy symptoms, took a test, a few tests, they were positive, and then I miscarried. So that really sucked. And that was like the weekend of Mother's Day. I'll wait for Tyler to come back because I feel like I'm leaving something out. I'm going for, it's a metal hoop. We're going for a minimalist approach. I'm gonna layer branches I got from Michael's on here. We're gonna use some oranges as centerpieces, and then we're gonna hang it on our front door. Crafty, am I right? So I don't know if we updated you guys a lot on Cohen's like health issues he had when he was born. I think we did, but his kidney issues are going good, I guess, as can be expected. His right kidney has 0 functionality and it is shriveling away nicely. That's what the doctor wants it to do, because then that means we don't have to take his kidney out surgically. He turned 1 in August. He just started walking not too long ago. We also had another miscarriage my birthday weekend, which again really sucked. I started bleeding the night of my birthday, but like then heavily miscarrying the next day. So 2 miscarriages in 2020. Hey baby. Basically I got to miscarriage in May. Cohen turned 1, his kidney issues. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
Church problems, is that something we should talk about?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's wire, be careful, it's pokey. Edie, can you say hi to the camera?
Hi.
It's right there, look.
Hi guys.
Your hair is looking crazy.
Do you remember vlogging we used to do?
Yeah.
One of this girl's favorite things to do, she'll say, Mommy and Daddy, can I watch baby Edie? And she just wants to watch all our old vlogs from like 2017 and 2018.
Which is one of the main reasons why I like the idea of vlogging still, because it's nice home videos to look back on. And I love that we have all those early videos from Edie's baby life, and
I know, Cohen's gonna miss out.
I know. But it's just nice to check in. I think Vlogmas will be a good way to do that every year.
Yeah,
Toast
I think
annoys
so
the
too.
crap out of me. I love him, he annoys me. Okay, church things.
So if you've been with us for a while, you'll know that we have been very passionate about being in the ministry. My whole life I've been a part of the same church. Sabra's been kind of around the block a few times when it comes to denominations.
Thanks, babe.
For me, I've always been a part of the Church of God of Anderson, Indiana. It has been my home. It's been, I'm what, 5th generation, or our kids are 5th generation Church of God, something like that. It's been in my family for a very long time. It's a church that I've loved. I've loved the message of it. And I've worked in the church through ministry at several different congregations. I was pretty much on a trajectory.
Apple.
Oh, you want apples?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in a little bit I'll make you an apple, okay?
Mama said apple, didn't she?
She did say apple.
Did you not say apples? What did you say?
I said apple.
Apple? Okay, we were talking
Eyeball?
about
No,
Point.
apple.
What are you talking about?
Tomorrow's December 1st.
Apple.
Yeah, your eyebrow. Guess what else?
Apple.
You turn 2 next month.
Apple.
It's about to be your birthday month.
Apple.
Yeah, your eyebrow turns 2 too.
Apple.
Your eyeball or your eyebrow?
Apple.
Guess what else?
Oh.
Oh.
She was pointing at the oranges, and then she said apples.
And then Mama said apple.
Yeah.
Did you not say apple?
I did.
Anyway, I've been on trajectory my whole life to be in ministry with the Church of God, and I was actually starting the formal ordination process probably last year. I might have even talked about this in our last Vlogmas, because that's about the time I was doing it.
That was over.
Mama, don't forget, you got helping you.
I know, baby. We're gonna get to those.
I started that process, and this is the part that gets hard to talk about, because I don't know how to like use the words.
Use the word.
Essentially, around March,
Apple.
me.
Just say it.
Around March, it was decided by my credentialing board,
Sorry.
which is done per state. So the Oklahoma Church of God credentialing board and myself, we had a differing set of views and opinions about the issue of the LGBTQ community and where they belong in the church. So the Church of God, obviously being a conservative evangelical tradition, takes a traditional stance on homosexuality, and that's something that I knew full well going into the ordination process, because I've been a part of this church my whole life. And I also knew that I disagreed with those issues. At the time, it was just to the point that I was unwilling to say being queer was a sin. I think we've grown a lot in the past year. We've had to dig into that issue a lot more, to the point that we are able to say pretty confidently that we are affirming of the LGBTQ lifestyle. And I knew that that was something I'd have to bring up to the credentialing board. I'd much rather than figure it out, me being half a year into the ordination program, than me being a pastor of a congregation for 3 years and then something happening.
Yeah, baby.
And hi, guys.
Oh, hi guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
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 What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? I no longer fit into the doctrinal boxes of the Church of God, or even the evangelical church as a whole. That issue was enough for the credentialing board to stop seeking credentials with me. So I was basically, I wasn't thrown out of the Church of God. I say that colloquially, but they encouraged
How are
me.
you not?
They encouraged me to find a different church. We could have stayed in the Church of God, believing how we believe, and been welcome as.
The guy literally said, I encourage you to find a different tradition.
We couldn't have ministered in the Church of God, but we could have stayed in the Church of God, especially the church that we were going to. They made it very clear we were still welcome there.
That's a really good question, guys.
That's a really good Christian, guys. Oh.
Okay. I didn't know you knew that word, Edie.
And I don't know where you are, guys.
It was made clear to us that we were welcome to stay where we were. But since that door was closed for vocational ministry, we decided the Church of God is not where we belong. At least right now. Maybe forever. And that just launched us into a year of searching where we're supposed to be, which is very hard to do during a pandemic.
Yeah, basically the week we found out that Tyler was no longer going to be able to continue the ordination process was the same week that basically all the churches went to virtual services.
Yep.
Attended a few different live streams of churches. We've attended, 2 churches kind of in person, socially distanced.
Me 3.
As of late, we have been looking more into the Episcopal tradition.
I'm going to.
But again, it's hard because we're just at a weird place, church family wise, because I'm not comfortable going in person, especially with our kids. And most churches don't have like a Sunday school situation happening anyway.
I may be even sure that's okay.
Okay.
So at the moment, what are we doing? I don't even know. Do you know?
I don't know how in depth we want to get here.
I say go for it. Who cares? It's just our yearly update.
So
Things look crazy.
just about every denomination you've been a part of, you've been burned in some way or another.
Yes.
And you've experienced hurt everywhere you've been.
Yes.
Largely evangelical traditions, I'll add.
Well, yes, because that's all I've ever been a part of.
I have been in a very long-term relationship, very committed, like engaged, very committed to one church tradition. And in your head, this is just another, like,
Burn, break, yeah.
and you're not itching to jump back into another situation.
Just V tired. I'm V
Yes.
tired.
Yeah.
Whereas I have been looking for a rebound since the day we decided that we were going to be leaving the Church of God. Like, I've been obsessed about finding a new church to the point that every time I find one that looks slightly promising, I like
Latch
all
on?
in. Let's go. That said, I'm feeling really good about the Episcopal Church. Like, this is definitely the one that I have been the most interested in. I feel good about it. I feel like we belong here. I feel like, I don't know. I could see us settling down in this tradition.
I'm struggling a little more.
I want you.
I think I'm more just like mourning the fact that we're probably not going to be a part of the evangelical tradition anymore, and it's all I've ever known. So like the newness is uneasy for me. The way that I define worship, or how I prefer to
under my knee. Okay.
express myself in worship is a little different from Tyler, whereas the Episcopal Church fits right in with his worship style. For me, it's always been more musically driven since I was little, like 8 or 9. So I'm struggling with the more traditional aspects of worship within the Episcopal Church. However, we found a church that has a modern service. It's just they aren't recording modern services right now, so I can't see what that looks like. So I've been more hesitant because I just don't know what to expect yet. So that's an update on our church life. We're kind of at a standstill. I basically accepted that I need to take my faith day by day, and I need to find different ways to worship, and it's not defined by a church building. I definitely think I still need community, but community has been lacking for us, as for most of the world.
Guys,
I just don't know.
remember I get hurt?
You got hurt?
Guys, do you remember Mama told me to not get on hurt? And then get on hurt, guys?
You got unhurt?
No, I was talking to everyone.
Oh, you were.
You're talking to those people in the camera?
Yeah.
Are you talking about another vlog?
I get on hurt every day.
Yeah, you did.
How did I get on day? In the day.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I don't think she knows.
I don't even know how to caption this.
Days all over the world, and then like we bumped, and the monster comes, It was very scary, Dada.
I'm sorry, was that a nightmare you had?
No, it was awesome. Monster was rushing around. Guys, remember we found in snow?
I don't know if they remember that, Edie.
I don't know if I remember that, Edie. Anyway, faith is, that's been a struggle 2020, which I feel, again, a lot of people could relate to. Another struggle was
Struggle me.
What?
Struggle me.
Another struggle I feel like that we dealt with.
No, that's
Leland.
this.
Okay, hey, listen. It's Mama's turn to talk, and then you can talk, okay? First off, Wreath update.
It's looking good.
Progress.
It's Perte.
It's looking all right. Our house. We moved. We're in a different house, and that was very unexpected for us. We were planning on staying in our old house at least for another year. We were going to renew the lease. However, I mean, the house that we were in, it was older, and we kind of loved that about it. It had charm. We were renting. We're still renting.
It had its quirks.
But long story short, maybe I'm missing some details. Basically, one day we heard like a power zap through our whole house, like our walls.
There was like a boom and then like a buzz and
yeah, like our walls were shaking. It almost sounded like there was an earthquake happening, which happens in Oklahoma, so like we're used to that. But it was really scary, and then all of our power went out, and then when the power came back on, only half of our house had power, like literally half of our house. One wall in our living room was completely out. The kids' bedroom completely was out of the plugging in electricals, wasn't working. Lights still worked. Our dishwasher stopped working. A few walls in our bedroom weren't working. Basically, like half of the house. So we updated them immediately that happened, because like electrical fire worries, we were nervous about that. And the handyman with the company came out and he said, you know, I can't fix this. This is something bigger. They're gonna have to hire an electrician to come out. That was like, what?
That was literally the last we heard from them.
Yeah.
That was August maybe, or
No, that was
July?
July. Because luckily we had Cohen's birthday party at my mom's house.
Yeah. Our lease was going to renew in that September, and like Sabre said, we were just planning on renewing it. This happened like a month, if that, before the lease renewed.
Yes.
Had to be a little bit more than a month.
They didn't contact, so we looked on our portal, they didn't contact an electrician until 2 weeks after the event happened. Like legit to the day, 2 weeks. What?
I need to FaceTime Gaga.
Later. I remember we were coming home from Cohen's birthday party. We had it at my mom's house. We had a small little party for him. And whenever we got home, if you remember, our old couch pulled out, which was one of the main reasons we got that couch, because we liked being able to pull it out for movie nights and stuff. Well, we pulled out that couch and there was like mold and mildew growing all over the pull-out section underneath, and there was like mold coming out of the vent and kind of like growing up the wall. It was disgusting. We had to get rid of the couch.
And the stupid thing was, we felt like we couldn't bring it up to our landlord, because if we say that there's a mold problem, they will take care of all the testing and everything that needs to be done.
And they'll clean it up. But if there isn't, they charge you for all of that testing.
If the tests come back and say, nope, it's not really a mold issue, then it's on us.
Which I feel like our experience afterwards with this company, they would have, no matter what, said there wasn't a mold issue and made us pay for it.
Yeah.
So we just never, like the night we found mold growing, we were like, okay, we're done. We need to find a place. We weren't talking about moving, but we had to get out. Like it wasn't safe for our kids. I felt unsafe because they still hadn't fixed the electrical issue in the walls. Cohen slept in that bedroom that had no power. So
we had extension cords running everywhere just to get like his baby monitor and sound machine in there. We'd have to unplug it to plug in the garbage disposal when the sink would get full.
yes.
It was just gross.
It was a hot mess. So luckily, a family friend, I may have to trade you spots. Luckily, a family friend was able to show us the house we're in now.
Are you playing with me?
Yes. And yeah, we managed to sign the lease for this house before it was even put on like all the apps and everything. So it worked out really well, really fast.
Mama?
Ooh, it looks like what is it?
After discovering the mold, it was within half a month that we were able to move into this place. And
But we signed the lease for this house like 2 days after that.
we had a ton of help from our family with like deposits and all that. I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, because we had to pay first and last month deposit on this house, and then we had deposit issues at the old house. We still had to pay rent at the old house.
Yeah.
What did that
They're
mean?
saying we still owe money now. It's ridiculous, but
We're not paying them another penny. They did not uphold their end of the contract that said they would provide a livable, habitable
said-
space for us.
we didn't give them enough time. If you have a major appliance, or not appliance, what is it? A major utility that is out or damaged, then the property managers or the landlord has 14 days to fix the issue. It was way past 14 days. So at that point, we were able to cancel our lease with no like 30-day at any point. It just could
Legally, yes, but they didn't recognize that.
Yes.
So we still haven't paid the last month's rent, and they used all of our deposit and then some to pay for an $800 paint job.
On spots that we had sanded and filled because they told us they didn't want us to paint. Evelyn.
They specifically said, do not touch up the paint because it will not match. So we were like, okay, then we'll just let them do it. And it would have been maybe $50 to cover up the paint spots. And they, I guess, repainted the whole house for $800, which is not on us. There were nail holes all over that place when we moved in there, and we fixed even the nail holes that were not ours.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're welcome.
What can I say? Sure.
It's my turn.
You're welcome.
Anyway, this house is much safer. Oh, that house also kind of destroyed your computer, which is also kind of our fault.
Oh yeah. Well, we had it plugged into a surge protector, so I don't know how that happened. The power surges that continually happened at that house fried my gaming computer that I built. Like completely fried it. So
Here's me.
I had to get a new computer. So, since then, a few things. My school might be shutting down for good. There's been a bunch of lawsuits against the school I currently work at. I started a small business that started the beginning of September, which is basically my own print shop, sticker shop, and now I sell mugs. My Etsy shop will be linked down below if anyone is curious about shopping small this holiday season. I'd love your business.
I started my first successful blog that is actually gaining traction. I've tried blogging many times over the past several years to no avail. But I'm actually at this point making like $30 a month, which isn't
Come on,
much.
baby, Dada's talking.
But it's more than I've ever made doing something that I love, which is writing.
Hold on.
So yeah, I think one of the reasons we've decided that Vlogmas, or that this channel is probably mostly going to be just Vlogmas, is that we've kind of jumped into our own creative endeavors.
Are they doing the hokey pokey eating?
You put your long arm in, you put your long arm out.
Are you ready to hang the wreath?
Let's hang the wreath.
You wanna hang the wreath outside, Edie?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. The first letter of Advent is, you know what letter that is? A. And A
It's for angels.
is for angels. And we are supposed to read Luke chapter 2, verses 13 and 14.